Hi guys, welcome back to your next lesson. If you have not completed the last video and completed the worksheet homework underneath that video, make sure you go back and you need to complete that as well, because again, like I always say, you need to know everything. So even if you know that you're doing service-based business or whatever, or you think whatever you already know or it doesn't pertain to you, I want you guys to watch every single video and complete every single worksheet so I can make sure that you're ready, okay? So the next video that we're going to be working on today is launching your first emotional-based product business using the lip gloss example, okay? Now that we understand the two different types of businesses, emotional need-based business and survival need-based business, you've chosen the path that feels best for you. In this case, Charlie chose to sell the lip gloss. I'm a firm believer in that everything is you need to try everything before you fully launch and stuff like that. So there's no reason to go all in and rack up credit card debt and apply for funding until you're sure that this is what you want to do. Alright, so in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to build a starter business around the emotional based product business. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so Holly is a photographer. She likes taking the fruit photography pictures. So she decided to create a lip gloss line designed and inspired by her artwork. Okay, so the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to find herself a wholesale vendor. Me personally, I would try to go for one that sells everything, but she could also buy her lip gloss like from an actual lip gloss wholesaler who sells the type of lip gloss she wants, and then go and buy the bottles and from somewhere else. It just depends on what Holly's preference is. So you can either find one that sells everything, or you can find one that just sells one or the other, and then you have to, when you get both of the products, you have to combine them together so you can sell them. I'm going to have a list of vendors down below, a list of like where you can go to get like product vendors and stuff down below that you can print out as a downloadable, so that way you're not running around the internet trying to find like different vendors and stuff like that. But a popular website you can do this on is Etsy. Okay, so she goes and finds her wholesale number. She wants to make sure you research these companies and make sure that she's getting quality vendors, right? She wants to order a few samples. So the next thing she's going to do, she's going to order a few samples and she's going to try them herself. She's going to give them to her friends and family and stuff like that. Or she also can make a post on Instagram and let people know that she's starting a business, and if anyone wants any free samples, to give her some honest feedback, which I feel like is the most reliable one, because sometimes your friends and family might tell you what you want to hear versus on what you really need to hear. A stranger is not going to care. They're going to let you know like, oh, I wouldn't buy this because this and that. All right, so you want to make sure that you test the product first, right? Then she's going to choose a manufacturer vendor that she likes, and that's when she's going to start that's when she's going to start the branding. So the next part of this is going to be the branding. All right, so this is what she's going to do. She's going to use her best-selling photo. So in this case, we're going to say it's a strawberry. The strawberry photo sells the most, so she's going to turn that photo of a strawberries into her lip gloss container, like the branding around her lip gloss container. How is she going to do this? She's going to go to a website like Fiverr or Upwork, right? And she's going to hire someone to turn this photo into a logo, or turn this into a product like packaging design. All right, so with that being said, or she could actually use Canva or AI to do this, AI chat GPT. But me personally, I would go to Canva and find me a professional. I would go to Fiverr. I would go to Fiverr and find me a professional graphic designer to do this. Okay, I use a graphic designer. He does all my graphics for my business, whether I'm getting a sign, making a flyer, or whatever. He does office, so all of it can kind of look the same. But you are able to do it yourself if you don't got the money to go and get a Fiverr person, right? So now the next thing she does is she sets up her platforms. She sets up her platform. She can use a free website, right? I have a list of websites that you can use, including a free website that you can use to start selling on, that you don't have to pay monthly. You don't have to pay anything. You can just upload your product and stuff like that, product information. You can start selling immediately. And then she also wants to create a social media page dedicated to this lip gloss. Okay, dedicated to her lip gloss line. And she wants to fully brand it with her pictures, the name of her company and stuff like that. A little bit about her company in the bio and stuff like that, because she's going to constantly be reposting content on these social media platforms, so that way she can draw people to her website where they're going to start paying for her product. Right? She uses her own photography to create beautiful launch content such as photos, reels, and behind the scenes, and that's it. You guys get ready to sell. So I would say That's why I say like the product based emotional business is the easier of the two, because you can literally get started in like I would say a week. You could literally get started in a week with those easy steps, okay? So with that being said, that video was really quick and easy because it's straight to the point. Make sure you check the downloaded rules below to help you with the product-based selection process. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!